The remarkable, hyper-ambitious material girl who never stops reinventing herself. Madonna is a 7-time Grammy Award winner who has sold over 300 million records and CDs to adoring fans worldwide. Her film career, however, is another story. Her performances have consistently drawn scathing or laughable reviews from film critics, and the films have usually had tepid, if any, success at the box office. Born Madonna Louise Ciccone in August 1958 in Bay City, Michigan, she is the daughter of Madonna Louise Fortin and Silvio Ciccone, an engineer-designer for car companies. Her father was of Italian descent from a family from Picentro, and her mother was of French-Canadian ancestry. She moved to New York in 1978 and studied with renowned choreographer Alvin Ailey, joined up with the Patrick Hernandez Revue, formed a pop dance band called Breakfast Club, and began working with then-boyfriend Stephen Bray on recording several disco-oriented songs. New York producer DJ Mark Kammins passed her demo tapes to Sire Records in early 1982 and the rest is history. The 1980s was Madonna's boom decade, and she dominated the music charts with a succession of multi-million selling albums, and her musical and fashion influence on young women was felt around the globe. Madonna first appeared on screen in 2 low-budget films marketed to an adolescent audience, A Certain Sacrifice 1985, and Vision Quest 1985. However, she scored a minor cult hit with Desperately Seeking Susan 1985, starring alongside spunky Rosanna Arquette. Madonna's next effort with then-husband Sean Penn, Shanghai Surprise 1986, was savaged by critics, although the resilient star managed to somewhat improve her standing with her next 2 films. The offbeat Who's That Girl 1987, although she did receive decidedly mixed reviews, they weren't as negative as those of her previous effort, and the quirky Damon Runyon-inspired Bloodhounds of Broadway 1989, the big-budget and star-filled Dick Tracy 1990, had her playing bad girl, Breathless Mahoney, flirting with Warren Beatty, but the epic failed to catch fire at the box office. Taking an earthier role, Madonna was much more entertaining alongside Tom Hanks and Geena Davis in A League of Their Own 1992, a story about female baseball players during WW2. However, she again drew the wrath of critics with the Whodunit Body of Evidence 1993, an obvious and lame attempt to cash in on the success of the sexy Sharon Stone thriller Basic Instinct 1992. Several other minor screen roles followed. Then Madonna starred as Eva Peron in Evita 1996, a fairly well-received screen adaptation of the hugely successful Broadway musical, for which she received a Golden Globe for Best Actress. The material girl stayed away from the movie cameras for several years, returning to co-star in the lukewarm romantic comedy The Next Best Thing 2000, followed by the painful Swept Away 2002, for